Alright, so it's fan cleaning day. We got a nice breeze, it's sunny out. I got two fans I'm going to clean, and these are the practice fans, and I'm going to explain why in a minute. This was in the apartment I moved into. Cheap Lakewood box fan. Doesn't really move a lot of air, but considering no one's ever cleaned or done anything to it, it just goes and goes and goes. It's a constant use kind of fan, and it seems to run great and really quiet. It just doesn't push a lot of air. So that's that one. I'm going to take it apart and try and clean it and oil it. Here's my fan, and this is one of the best fans I've ever owned. It is a one-touch made by Holmes, and they don't make these anymore, and you can't find them. Made the mistake of not buying one off of Craigslist that showed up nearby. But this is a great fan. It's got the electronic thermostat on and off, which has never given a problem. Last time I cleaned this 2 years ago, I did everything except get the blades off. I couldn't get the blades off, but apparently you just slide them off. There's no attachment. I kind of thought they were permanently affixed, and even though this is a nice fan, I kind of thought that's like a cheap, they make a lot of stuff nowadays that's meant to be thrown out, that's not meant to be serviced. So that's what I assumed, but it looks like on some of the plastic Lakewoods from the 80s, all kinds of fans, people are just pulling the blades straight off, and they should go back on too. I'm hoping that's the case because I don't want to lose this fan, but I do want to oil the motor. So that's the plan. I picked up some Zoom Spot, and the reason I call these the practice motors is because the next thing is here's the Johnson OA65. This is the Galaxy from the 60s, and this is the primary fan that I plan to take apart and oil, and I figured it'll be good practice to do the other ones. I'm not going to spray this down and let it dry in the sun, because there's already some rust on this case, stuff like that. I'm a little worried about how difficult it's going to be to get the grate off, because it still has these metal little sleeves, and I don't want to bend the case. I'll have to be super careful. So this will be a learning experience as well, the old Galaxy. But I want to oil it. I only used it a little bit just to see how it runs when I bought it a couple weeks ago. But I don't plan to use it until it's been properly serviced. That's the plan on the Galaxy, but I'm going to do the modern ones first. So here we go. Alright, got the grates off the cheapo guy. Now I just got to pull that blade assembly off. It's not going to be very easy, but I'll figure it out. And then you can see the motor, Lakewood motor, US patent, probably made in China, who knows, but it does have an exposed rear bearing. It kind of looks like a motor you could oil, so might as well. I've got it apart. That's the plan. Here we go. Even closer. Got that apart. Looks like the handle will come off, and I got the screw off, so this little guy should come out of there. The switch should come out of there too. We'll see how easy that is. Again, these things are screwed in. They just have these plastic clips, which is actually kind of cool because it's going to make it easier to take it apart. That fan was not as easy to take apart, and so we'll see what happens next. In order to get the blades off, I did not pull them this way. I couldn't get a grab on it. I flipped the fan over and pushed the blades off of the rod, so the drive shaft, so that's done. Here we go. So here we are with the tools of ignorance. How many of you would have just gone out and bought another fan by now? You can get these things for 10 bucks over at one of those dumb, stupid stores that sell everything for 10 bucks. But instead, I'm going to try and take this motor apart and oil it. I'm going to brush it clean with the brush there. This motor might come out together pretty easily. The old motors don't, which is why I have a hammer, but I think this is a new piece of junk, so it's probably going to come apart fine. Let's see how it goes. Unexpected development, and that's why I'm doing these motors first before I get to the Galaxy vintage box fan. The screws in this motor are so tight I can't get it apart, and you can see I've almost totally destroyed that screw. I'm using a normal, you know, adult full-size screwdriver. Next, I'm going to try this one, which is a slightly larger diameter. Probably should have used this first. There you go. If I can't get this screw out, I'm not going to bother with any of the others, and I'm just going to oil the front and the back and hope for the best. Hopefully I have better luck with the other fans.